morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine.
The kickstand on my phone just broke up. I should get a pop socket. Just because, well, it's not a kickstand and you can use it like one. Yeah. Ready? Here you go, Gigi. So last night, I ended my video talking about communicating. Or not communicating, talking about, yeah, communication is key. So here's the thing. In any relationship, any of them, relationship with your boss, relationship with your significant other, friends, whatever, any relationship, communicating is crucial. And by communicating, I don't just mean talking. Not just talking. Because anybody can talk. I'm talking. The point of communicating is really listening. Hearing what the other person has to say. Trying to see the point of view of that other person. Let's say you disagree on something. Communicating could help you understand where that person is coming from, what that person is seeing in the other side of your view. You know, like you don't see eye to eye on something. You need to communicate so you can better understand what that other person is seeing, what they are relating to, or what they are trying to convey to you. It is important that you listen to them, and vice versa. They need to listen to you, making sure that you are heard, that they understand where you're coming from also. It is important, it's imperative in any relationship to communicate how you're feeling, how you're thinking. What are you thinking? You know, what are your feelings on whatever topic it is that you're trying to talk about? It is important. It is very important. Lots of relationships end. Communicating is not screaming at each other. You know, you have to listen to their point of view. Let them talk. Then they need to let you talk. Both sides need to be heard. That's how communication works. It's like a telephone, you know, with good reception. You have to hear and listen. Truly, truly hear what they have to say. You know, listening means your brain took in. No, listening means the words came out, you heard noise, but it doesn't mean understanding. Really, truly hearing what somebody has to say and being empathetic to what they are trying to convey to you it's important, okay? You need to do it anytime, any relationship, because if you don't, it oftentimes leads to misunderstandings and, well, endings of things. Okay, so I got a story to tell you. Not really a story. This is what I want to say. You ever wake yourself up? I've never used this. Like weirdness. You ever wake yourself up out of a dead sleep? Yeah, I did that this morning. I don't know, I was dreaming. And within my dream was Lizzo. You don't know Lizzo? You should know her. She's awesome. I can't believe her song. What was her song? The most popular one, for some reason, I can't think of it. The one that says, took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% dead. Anyway, that song was, she was playing that song. I don't know, I was at a concert or something, I don't know. But I woke myself up out of a dead sleep because I felt something move beside me. And I'm like, Rustin, go to work. It's like 11 something, right? At least I think it is right now. I don't know. It's like 11 something. And so I'm like, okay, first side little rabbit hole over here. This is what happens when I go pick out my own foundation. Come on. Just a little bit. Thank you. Look how yellow that is. This is what happens when I pick out my own foundation. I'm jaundiced. This is the first time that my best friend Barbie, picked out my foundation. Ooh, that's too much. Can only put them back sometimes. Ooh. Still a little yellow, but it blended in, okay? It became the perfect match. When I mix these two together, it's a really good match. But anyways, I have too much. Let me take this off. Now, this is the newest one. It's called Wet n Wild Photo, oh, I gotta do this again. Photo Focus Foundation in the color Cocoa Cacao. This primer smells weird. It smells really weird. I think it's supposed to smell like cucumber, but it sure don't. It smells like it smells like cucumber if it were going bad. You know what I mean? It's called Cucumber 3-in-1 Primer. It's also Wet n Wild Photo Focus. That's why I chose to use it. It's got a little bit of a stick to it. So I'm thinking my foundation is going to last really long today. I've decided to do my makeup today because why not? So this one is that Wet n Wild. The most recent one that my friend picked out for me. I've tried it on. It's got a nice paddle, which I think is cool. I tried it at Ulta. And, because that's where I got it. It was $7. But I'm blending this out, and I'm like, it matches, you can't tell. It matches to my chest. I'm like, blending it out. And I'm like, you need to come with me every time that I go pick out foundation, because clearly I can't do it. I look jaundiced when I do that. When I look, yeah, the first time, I'm sure I'll get it eventually, but look at matches to, it still looks like I'm making this camera lens, this, I don't know, on my phone, it doesn't look great. Oh God. Anyways, it does match. It really does. I don't look jaundiced. I don't look orange. It's got some nice medium coverage, which I really like, the medium to full coverage. That was enough for my whole face there. I decided to wear contacts today. I had washed and then I moisturized my face before putting in my contact lens. Moisturize your face after you put in your contacts, because if you do it before, your hands are all moisturizing. Well, I'm not smart, so you know, I didn't do it that way. You can get these in lighter shades if you want to do, like, you know, under eye stuff. I don't think I need it, so I didn't do that. I don't have it. What do people do with their used, open, and barely used makeups? That's what I want to know. I'm just gonna go for a natural look today. My friend also gifted me this wonderful, this is not it, I just like the mirror in here. This is pure something I can't read. La Festival? Can you read it backwards? I think that's an F. Maybe that's an F or a P. Pest, or it could be an F or an L. I don't know. Anyways, I think this is an F because it does have that bit there. Festival. La. Oh. Lestival? I have no idea. Anyway, this. She gifted me this. It's got a really nice mirror. Big mirror. Hello. And that's all I got to work with, by the way, is this mirror. And then my phone. My phone and my mirror. That's it. But see that? Do not put these in on your eyelids because it's thick, chunky glitter. It will get in your eye. Not good. It will fall out. It gets in your eye. But today I'm just going to be using this one. NYX Perfect Filter palette. It's so fresh and so new. Come on, open. Open. Why you not open? There we go. It's just neutrals. It's got a couple of shimmery neutrals in there. Like right here is a little shimmery. But it's just neutrals. So I'm just going to go with a neutral look today. So you see how the shade now, after it's oxidized or whatever it does, it's settled in. After it's settled in, it is skin tone color. It really is. You put it in the light and it's just the right shade. My friend, I'm not picking any more out without her. Alright, so we need to set the face. I've got the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. You can smash it on with a, what do you call it? Beauty blender. I'm going to do that actually. Just take some out on the lid. I am not a beauty guru, but sometimes I like to show you my face. We're just going to put that in there. So Jackie Aina, I was watching, she sets her primer. She'll put primer on, and then she'll put the setting powder on, and then she'll put foundation on, and then she'll put more setting powder on. And I'm like, this bitch is crazy. You know, I didn't finish my story. Okay, so, Lizzo, right? She was singing, and I had to stop her concert because of the motion that I felt next to me. And I woke up dead out of sleep. It was JJ. And I'm like, I was thinking, Russ didn't go to work. Or Russ overslept. I'm like, I had to remember it. Russ had already left. So, kind of good thing I didn't finish that story before. And I went off on a little tangent because that was a terrible story. So I'm setting my face with that powder. Well, will you? When I set Alexa to wake me up, I'll say, Alexa, good morning. She'll tell me the weather, which is supposed to be in the low 60s, upper 50s today. It's going to be cool. It's supposed to rain also. It's going to be cool as in the weather is going to be cool, not it's going to be a cool day. Like, it's so awesome. So now that in my camera I look like a ghost, but in real life I look flawless, as people say. I don't look flawless. I look like I have makeup on, which is fine because I do. I'm not trying to live a lie here, you know. You want to wear some freaking full coverage cake? You want to wear some full coverage beat and walk around looking like, you know, whatever. You're a porcelain doll and that you are not meant to be outside because you are just, you know, too fragile. Go do that. You do you, boo. You don't have to do natural makeup all the time. It's not necessary. Do what you want to do and live in color. If you don't know what that's from, you're not old enough. You are not a 90s kid if you don't know what that was from. The cat has just meowed at me. I'm priming with an Ulta Beauty matte eye primer. Sorry about that. My brother had called. Why does it look like I got a mustache? Okay, anyways, that's good enough. So I've been priming my eyelids. You prime your eyelids to not just to make the tornado alarm is going off because it's the first Wednesday of the month. Anyways, you prime your eyelids for two things. One, to make your eyelids, your eyeshadow last longer, and two, to make your colors pop more. Since I'm just doing neutrals today, we're gonna do a simple out here. Today is Daniel's birthday. He has turned 36. I had to think for a second. I'm like, how old am I? When you have siblings, you just don't remember how old you are. And then you don't remember how old they are either. So you have to think about how old am I? And then you have to count backwards or forwards or whatever. Daniel, Matt, and I in the middle of 3. Matt is the oldest. Then there's me, and then there's Daniel. That's how middles work. And we are exactly 18 months apart. Exactly. And by I mean exactly, like, okay, so it's like this. If my birthday is on a Wednesday, which it was this year, Matt's and Daniel's are also on a Wednesday. And my nephew Makai, his birthday is the same. He's in the loop with us. If his birthday, so his birthday's first in the year. His birthday's in March. And so, I'm just going to go in with this neutral as a transition shade. So yeah, if his birthday is on a Wednesday like it was this year, then everybody's birthday is on a Wednesday. I can't even freaking see that color. What is that color? It's nothing. The color is nothing is what it is. There's nothing there. There's a blank. Oops. I just dipped into the wrong color. Cool. I always struggle with my left side because, well, I'm half blind and my left eye is my better eye. It has more mobility and stuff like that, so I can see a little bit better out of it. This eye does not dilate. As you can see, it's fully dilated. It doesn't get small like this one here. Your pupil gets bigger and smaller, dilate and contract, or whatever the terminology is. There's a lot of fallout in this pan, I'm just saying. It's a nice colors, but it's a lot of fallout. You cannot see, this matches like my regular skin tone, which I guess will be, it'll make it it's basically just setting my eyes is what's happening. So I'm going to switch that up. What was I saying before? A lot of times I'll be talking and then I have no idea what I'm talking about because I have forgotten what I was saying. And then I move on to a new topic because, well, I done forgot what I was saying. So this is just a darker brown. We're going to go, I like to do, oh yeah, before Daniel called again, I like to do the rule of 3. You go like this. Make a 3, a little, just the tiniest amount underneath. We're going to do a V right here to begin with. And a V has got to go up this direction. So for Daniel's birthday, he wants to go have dinner at Monty's. So I'm going to go to Monty's around at 6. Well, I'm going to be there a little bit before 6 because I like to be punctual most days. So anyways, with the 3, you're going to go in your crease around and up like this. And the 3, you're going to go down here, but not with a big fluffy brush. You're going to end up with too much on. So do the same over here. So with this, my right eye being not 100% functional, it's difficult to tell where I'm placing my shadow and other foundation and stuff that's on, not my foundation, but like blush and stuff that's on this side of the face. If I'm using just, no, it's just my eye makeup really that I have an issue with. So anyways, here's the top and the middle of the 3 that I'm talking about, the top. I feel like I have more over here, but that could just be shadow since I don't have a light to go on that side. I have, all my light is coming from this side, so I could just be shadow. You know, when you have beauty lights or whatever the community calls them, they should be like, boom, right on your face, that kind of stuff. But again, I am not a beauty guru. I don't own any of these things. Okay, so this palette has a couple shimmery dark browns, like this one here and this one here. I'm liking this one here. It's more of a golden brown. This one has more of a silvery brown type of thing to it. So I'm going to use a little bit of that. Same brush. Just some of that. I'm going to pop it just right here so that it, you know, there's a little bit of shimmer in my life. Just right there. You can't see it, you know. You can't see it. It's for me. It's a little secret glitter. Just for me. A little secret. Hey now. There you are. It's just for me. So here's the bottom of the 3 that I like to, these are all of my brushes. Those are all the brushes I own. So I like to take a smaller fluffy brush like so. Take the same color, darker color you were using on the outside. We're going to take the smallest little brush and just go right on the outside, just right here. This is the bottom of your 3. That's it. Just do that just a little bit. So I have noticed that before, when I did my makeup, I noticed that I was being too heavy-handed. Meaning that I would get a lot of fallout, or I would have way too much on my brushes, and I would get way too much product on my face. So it didn't work well. It was not good. Okay, so that's your 3. You just do a little doot doot. It's more like a doot doop kind of thing. That's it. Just a little bit of a little thing. I don't have hooded eyes. This one droops because of the stroke I had. So if this eyebrow looks lower, it's because it is. Okay? So now what you want to do is we want to be able to get in the corner up to the middle. We're going to take this one, this very compact, tiny little bristle brush thing there. You see? We're going to do that shimmery brown down there. And that's going to be our bottom eyeliner for the day. You put on dark eyeliner. You do that for like evening wear and stuff like that. But during the day, we just want it to look just a little bit natural, a little bit flirty, whatever. Ah, my eyes watering. There, see, just a little bit. I look tired. I look so tired. So what we're gonna do to open up these eyes on the top, make me not look so tired. Where is it? Some eyeliner. This is just a Ulta Beauty generic black eyeliner, but I like the way it goes on. It's very glidey. And I like that it is a little glidey, a little smudgy. You just go little short strokes on your lash line to the corner of your lash line. I like to go backwards when I'm at the corner. Yeah, that's it. Here. See how much brighter this eye looks? What did I do? Hey, let me change the angle. My face doesn't match my body. So, you see how much brighter this eye looks compared to this eye? It's because of that top liner. Just that top liner. So let me do that same thing over to my other eyeball. Have fun looking up my nose, okay? What do you think? I enjoy singing. Karaoke is a thing that I enjoy a lot of. And Matt, my older brother, he likes to do karaoke also. Alas, karaoke is usually on weekdays. So I'm like, can't go because I have to work the next day. And I don't go out on work days because I don't like to be exhausted or whatever. Alright, I think I got it. That looks right, yeah? Okay, sure. So, now, don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Now is blush. Where is my blush? Where did I put it? There it is. I found it. So with your blush, this is it's just an e.l.f. 4-pack, whatever. Make sure you're using one that's very soft, very flexible, because you don't want a heavy-handed, stiff, whatever. So you pick your blush. I personally, sometimes I will go with the dark one down here, just as a little bit, but today I'm going to do this one up here. It's the one I use mostly. That's it, okay? And do that if you think you have excess. And you're going to go from like kind of middle of your eye. You're going to light circles, light tiny circles up and out. Light circles up and out. When I say light, I mean like Bob Ross said it best. 2 hairs and some air. Okay, really light. You can go in little circles, blush it on, brush it on. I didn't have enough on there. You go in, you just swipe it up when you think you've got the nice color payoff, just like that. It's gonna warm your face up. Just give it all that color that you need. Cool, all right. Probably should do that over here. Look at that. Get the light to shine on my face evenly, then I can tell if I have enough on. Or you could just use the mirror that's in the thing and face the light. That would probably be better. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid like I am. You know how to apply makeup. If you don't, then, you know, practice if you want. And I'll take that darker shade and I'll do a little bit, just the tiniest amount down below where I put the other one to kind of shape my face just a little bit. Just a little bit. So I don't think I need to. I actually have pretty decent cheekbones. I don't think my face is too round. Here, see, you can see it go in. So yeah. Some people will do all down here to hide their double chins. I embrace it. Embrace your double chins. You got a double chin? Cool. That just means you eat food. Or it just means you got looser skin, or it means you were fat, you got thin, or you're thin, you got fat. Or you just got double chin because you got you do this a lot. I don't know. I don't know why people got double chins. It doesn't really matter. So that's my blush, and then I like to finish with the mascara. Barbie gave me this one. Barbie's my friend that I talk about. She gave me this one. It's called Trace something French. I don't know. And it's this big honker. This has a, what do you call this? To do your eye curler, and this is intrusive, so I'm not using that, that's for sure. So I'm going to try this out. This is a new one to me. Look at that. It's kind of a weird, whatever kind of brush that is. Let's try it out. Whoops. I often do that. And so you need to wait for it to dry, and I can pick it off. I don't know, this one, it seems pretty clumpy, to be honest. Not sure if I need to flip this over. How about that? Magnification. Seems okay. I don't know. It's okay. It seems, oh, excuse me. It seems kind of really liquidy and very, making my eyelashes look very sparse, which I don't like. I like to have full eyelashes, look like I have very full eyelashes. If it could look like I'm wearing falsies, you know, that would be great. I'll hit the bottom. Mad at me. Hey, there we go. All right, and that is that. So I need to fix my eyelash. Oh, I didn't do my brows. Oh, let me do that. Just a little brow. Where is it? The one I like to use for brows. Where is it? Where is that? It's a really stiff angle brush. There it is. This right here. It's super stiff. I like to use that with this. It is the e.l.f. It just says e.l.f. on it. It's just a brow thing. I like to go in with this one. Just a little bit. I'll use a little tiny mirror in here. And we'll flick it up and then out. Up and then out. That's how you do it. In case you needed to know. Just a little bit goes a long way. I go up at an angle and then I go down. I like this stiffness because it combs out your brow hairs also. So that's always nice. You don't have to go in with a spoolie beforehand. Just use the stiff brush, you know, and that's it. I'm going to put on some highlighter today. I don't know. Haven't really decided. Probably not. So, like I said, flicking up and then out and down. If you're putting an arch on there, so fluck. Yeah, fluck. Flick it up, fluck it up, out and down. Fluck. And now I have eyebrows. Yeah, it came with this one, this little tiny one. Little teeny. It takes a lot less time using this one, tell you what. Yeah, so that's my routine there. I say routine, it's not a routine. That's what I do when I feel like I want to wear makeup. And so that's, this is my face. If my eyelashes feel too clumpy, which they do kind of right now, we'll take the little comb. Oh yeah, I gotta do that. Your eye skin is so thin and dang it. Look at that. If I pick it all off, it's gonna be, so I can't like wipe it. Dang. What is going on down here? I feel like there's it's fine. Anyways, I'll take the little comb thing and I'll just like comb, separate. If you have a little spoolie, you can do that. One that doesn't have any product on it is the best. So then I just comb it out, separate them, and it makes your lashes look fluffier. So if you like the spider lashes, don't do it. But if you want your lashes to look fluffier. One time I poked myself in the eye with this thing. And, you know, these are metal combs. So, yeah, it hurt. It didn't poke hard, but it hurt enough. My eye got red and watery. See there? See how much fluffier they look now? It just looks, if I do this. I know, I have that. I gotta get it off. I'm gonna have to use makeup remover to get that off because I messed it up. And so I'm gonna have to redo that part all over again. There, we got that up. I'll it down here. Oh, that's not makeup. Now I gotta do that over again. So just take your palette. I'm just gonna do the eyeshadow part over again. I'm not gonna put on foundation and something else down there. You already saw me do this part, so I'll see you in a minute. Hello! 3:41. It's 3:41 p.m. I was going to head over to Dan's and shave his head and give him a haircut, but that didn't happen. As you can see, I'm sitting at Mom's. I've been chit-chatting with Mom and visiting her for hours now. I think I got her here around noon, a little afternoon, something like that. And Dan doesn't have his phone on, so I cannot get a hold of him to tell him that I won't have time to shave his head. In any case, I don't have anything to say. I'm gonna go to Monty's. That's probably where you'll see me next. Okay, bye. Good evening. It's
5:34 p.m. Please excuse the angle. I don't have a tripod and I don't have anything to lift you up with. So I am preparing dinner. Even though I will not be here to eat the dinner, I am making dinner for Russ because I am nice. I have a big serrated knife right here. And yes, I'm defrosting my meat. So what I'm doing right now, I should say, hello, welcome to my kitchen. We are going to be making stuffed shells. Get yourself giant shells, jumbo shells, whatever. That's these. And you're gonna have meat. I'm gonna stuffing them with meat and cheese. So I have some ground turkey, Italian style ground turkey. That way I don't have to season it myself. It's all about being lazy when you cook, you know? Not everything has to be a big process. So we're about to cook up this pound of meat. What I was doing over there, oh boy. I got a loaf of French bread. And I'm gonna go cut that, but I wanted to show you how I was cutting it to make it like fancier, you know? So let me put you down here. This is still the same face that I had from this morning. Okay. Well, you can't see it, but what we're gonna do with the bread is we're gonna cut it at an angle. You see you have these slits already. You can use those as a guide. Oh yeah, flip it up. Oh, well, whatever. As a guide, but you want to cut not just at an angle this way, but also at an angle, not just an angle like, not just this angle, but also this angle. So we're going to cut them, you know, why? Because it just makes it look fancier. That's all. That's the only reason. So I'm just cutting that bread, serrated knife. I have an electric one, but I don't feel like digging it out. So then you end up with a piece of bread that has a nice angle like this. So we're going to butter this, and then we're going to put garlic salt on top. And you can use garlic powder if you don't want it salty. And then we're going to put it in the oven to bake at 350, not for long, for like maybe 15 minutes, not even. I'm going to go by smell, probably 10 minutes, maybe. So yeah, you get yourself, cut them in like an inch thick. That's what I'm doing, about an inch thick. This is not the best serrated knife, I can tell you that much, but it works. It's working. It's fine. Use a serrated knife because bread is squishy, and if you don't use a serrated knife, it'll squish. Get squished bread, squished bread. So, I'm just cutting my bread up while my meat is browning. I'm gonna go turn around here and poke at it in a sec, which is like right now. Just a sec. Okay, so. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm not making a sauce. I got a can, the canned sauce, by the way, like the Great Value brand canned sauce, is way too soupy for my liking. So I went out and I got a jar of Prego sauce. Yeah, because, you know, it's just better. Have yourself a better serrated knife than I am using. It would be so much easier. And also, my angles, they're still angled this way, but not so much the other. It's fine. I have to, oh, we don't want to drop a whole loaf of bread there. Yes, cutting up the bread. You're going to butter it, put it on a cookie sheet. And then you sprinkle it with the garlic flavoring. Garlic, salt, or whatever. Garlic, salt, garlic powder, minced garlic. I mean, yeah, you could use minced garlic, like the stuff you get and you put it in your fridge. Well, this end piece is too big, so I'm just going to eat that one. I'm going to eat the other end piece too. Because I can. That's why. I could, like, pull all this out and make a little bowl. I don't know what I would use it for, but it would be a little bowl. It smells so good. Alright, let's prepare that part now. Up and over, you'll go. Put you over here. Hello. That's how that goes. Yeah, brown your meat, cut your bread, preheat your oven at 350 degrees. Okay, so your meat is brown, your bread is buttered, your stove is almost preheated. We have to wait because the meat needs to be cold, or at least cool. Let's take it off the heat, that would help. And we also need to cook, you're going to pre-cook your shells. We're going to wait. It's 5:50. I'm gonna wait till 6. Oh no, it's 5:50. I'm gonna be late. I gotta go. Okay, good evening. It's like 7:22 this evening. What am I looking for? Oh yeah. Live somewhere around here. Oh, it's right here. Right in front of my face. Alright, so I went to Monty's. We had supper. I did not get dessert because I'm full. Oh, I forgot the stupid sandwich. Oh no, I didn't. Sorry. I remembered. I ate half my sandwich. So I have my other half. This is a Monty's Monte Cristo. It's a French toast bread bun. It's like a ham and cheese sandwich, but with French toast as the bread. It's really good. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I have. I had that sandwich along, and there was some waffle fries. I actually finished all the waffle fries. I love waffle fries. So now I'm back home. Russ is not home yet. I imagine he probably won't be home till probably close to 9 or whatever, and then his supper will be cold. That is his own fault. So what I did, before I left, I put my bread in the oven. My oven had preheated to 350. I put the French bread spread with the butter and sprinkled with the garlic salt in the oven. I turned the oven off and I left. So I came back and it is not done. It's not crispy on the top like I would like. It smells delicious though. But anyways, we're going to start to boil this water. We're going to cook our shells, and we got to wait some more to cool the shells down enough where I can, you know, touch them with my hand. And then we're going to put them in a pan, a cookie sheet, like a baking pan, cake pan type thing, sheet pan. They put them in there, place them in there, cover it with sauce, cover it with cheese, put it back in the oven. And I will go through all that process in a little while. Alright, so we're going to move over here. We're going to prepare our meat. Our meat is it's cooked, obviously. And it's had plenty of time to cool down, so I should be able to grasp it, which I can. That's awesome. Some of this meat is stuck together. So, you know, make sure your meat is nice and broken up and ground and usable to put in. What you're gonna do, put your cheese in it. So I went out in search of ricotta cheese. It would just been ricotta cheese and Italian sausage, turkey sausage or whatever. They didn't have ricotta cheese at Walmart. So here's what we're gonna do. This and this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make small balls, probably like inch balls of meat and cheese. We have feta cheese, mozzarella cheese. Okay, mozzarella is gooier, it sticks together well. I don't have gloves. If you use gloves, take your rings off if you're not using gloves. So we're gonna put in, just gonna get some meat, probably that much, just a little bit of meat. Add your cheese and stuff. It's not gonna work. So what I'm gonna do is not make balls. I'm just gonna put it in the pan because it's not gonna stick together, this stuff. I got this feta and mozzarella. Yeah, feta and mozzarella. You could heat it back up and your meat would be hot, which would be fine, because then you can melt the mozzarella cheese. Why can't I do this? Just a second. Let me tell you something. Feta cheese stinks. It's stinky cheese. It's not Gouda, which I hear stinks. But feta, it doesn't smell good. That's for sure. Alright, so anyways, I'm just gonna dump this whole cheese. It's, I don't know, oh Jesus. Whatever ounces it is. Bam. I'm just putting it in my pan along with my meats. We're gonna incorporate that together. Mix that up. Make sure all the cheese and the meats are evenly combined. Because when you go to scoop it, you don't want to have a big ball of feta and no meat, you know what I mean? So just, you know, get it all smoothed out there. I spilled some because I got a little overzealous with the mixing here. I spilled some cheese. No problem. My dog ate it. Alright, and we're going to put in the mozzarella also because, like I said, mozzarella is very melty. So it'll, when it's in the shell, it'll combine the meat and the cheese and all that kind of stuff. I've got an 8-ounce thing, which is like half a pound of mozzarella. Putting in like 3 decent size handfuls. Mix that all together as well. By this time your shells should be done, I would think. Let's check. So these are the size of my shells. These are the biggest shells. They're like palm size. These are the biggest shells I found at Walmart. I'm sure they sell bigger shells somewhere. This is not an all cooked one. I just wanted to take it out to see if it was cooked. It's not. It's still a little too al dente, a bit crunchy. So, not fully done, but as you saw, these shells will take probably a good meatball size of stuffing, which is what we're gonna do. got anything going. Okay. So when I get ready to, we're going to use the scoopy. Make sure you get some cheese or meat and cheese, and this will be the size that we put in the shell. All right, so we'll watch me do that later. Okay, so the noodles have been cooked. Yeah, so what I did is I ran the noodles under cold water. You'll get some noodles that will, with any noodle, you're going to get noodles that don't come out quite right. So you get some that are ripped, or you'll get some that won't open properly. This one's okay. This one's kind of ripped too. But, you know, you get it. You get some noodles that aren't, they just don't look, they don't fit the mold, you know what I mean? They fold weird or something. Look at, this is not cooked quite right there, but that's okay. So you take your scoop. All right, you have your shell. This one gets a better one. This one's okay, but not how I'd like. Put your shell and put your meat in your shell. Meat and cheese. Scoop it up. Put it right in your shell. Yeah, it's a process, I know, but if you want to make stuffed shells, you have to stuff the shells. Put it in your shell. Okay. This would be easier. You could probably just use your hands. If that would be easier for you, go ahead. Use your hands. So then, when your shell is stuffed, you're going to place the shell in your cookie pan. There it is. So what I've done in this pan, and I'll show you here in a second, it's just like, not a cookie pan, you know, like a cake pan. I don't know, 9 by 13 or whatever this is. Pan. There, see. Yeah. This pan right here. I put some sauce down. That will help to, when I'm putting the shells in, when I'm putting this in, they'll help to just kind of keep it in place. It's pretty much what that will do. So you could put that there and do that a bunch, you know, until your pan is full. You're going to find yourself with extra noodles. They don't all fit in the pan. Also, I ran out of stuffing. See, all the noodles here up to like here are stuffed. These are empty, and I've still got like these noodles left. So I'm gonna fill in the crevices with these extra noodles. Just fill in the crevices. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees. So you fill in the crevices where you think your noodles are gonna fall over, or your shells or whatever. Just stuff it in there, it's fine. Doesn't have to be pretty, it's fine. It's all gonna get smushed in your mouth and pooped out later, right? You know, that's the funny thing about food. You're literally buying something that you're gonna end up flushing down the toilet later. Of course, then, I mean, it's fuel. Food is fuel. I don't feel like stuffing these things. I'm just gonna lay them on top. That's fine. So then, I bake the bread. Here's this bread. It's crispy, we'll say. but it looks good. All right, so you get your noodles in there, and what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your sauce, the rest of your sauce, and coat, and just, you know, on top of that, right on top, just get all that sauce all over that thing, as much as you can. Oh, excuse me, that's awesome. Then, top it off with the remaining mozzarella. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? I put it away. I'm pretty sure I did. Yep, I did. Alright, so then you top the rest of your shells with, like I said, the remaining mozzarella cheese. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm tired, dude. I'm tired. Alright. That is that. Now we're going to pop this in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. Something like that. Use your sniffer. If it smells done, check on it. Oh, that's heavy. My back hurts. I'm getting old. So complaining. Cheese. There's extra. Might eat that sometime. Maybe I'll make French toast. Do I have milk? I do, yay! I do have milk, so I can make some French toast for breakfast tomorrow. Alright, like I said, 15 to 20 minutes. So, see you in a bit. So on a side note, not a side note, just in addition to the garlic French bread and the stuffed shells, Mom gave me a bag, oh cool, of green beans. They are garden fresh green beans from somebody's garden, not Mom's, but it's all crispy, crunchy, good stuff. So here's what I did. I steamed them, sort of. I sauteed them a little bit in butter. Then I put in, I don't know, maybe like this much water in the bottom while the pan was still hot. And then I covered it. So now they're all like steamed. Yeah. And I seasoned them with salt and onion powder on medium low. Just a few minutes now. So they're still crunchy, but they have that flavor, the butter and the salt and the onion. It's good, very good. I must have more. That one was hot, but so tasty. All right, time to plate. And here it is. Stuffed shells with garlic, French bread, and green beans. Garlic French bread and green beans. There it is. Looks good, yeah? Smells very good. Now I will go feed my husband.